So I think this update that dropped on the 24th has completely broken recruiting in college football 26, man. Unfortunate. We're going to cover my reasoning. I'm going to show y'all examples. And I don't think it was like this before the update. Please let me know if y'all noticed. But from what I've noticed, it happened only after this update. If y'all enjoy this content, like, comment, subscribe, check out the Twitch. Let's hop right into this one because it's bad. So yesterday, I dropped the video where I talked about how Dynasty is broken and, recruiting specifically with Michigan. For y'all, that video was yesterday. For me, that was less than an hour ago. I did more experimenting, and this is even worse. This is way worse than what we did with Michigan, man. A couple guys hopped into the comments and talked about how Houston and also Kansas State are really having some issues with players being interested in the program. So, okay, I hop into a dynasty. First dynasty I hop into. This is the first year. Let's look at the prospect list. Okay. Let's sort by top 10 interested, bro. Come on, man. You have you have 6 people interested in Kansas State. This is a ranked team. Top 17 ranked, and you have 6 players in the entire nation interested, man. Now, this is game breaking. This is you cannot do a Kansas State rebuild and have fun because you have to convince every single player to come to your program. At least with the Michigan issue yesterday, it was mostly within your top 3. You only have that many people within your top 3, and Michigan State pretty much was able to have better players or more players interested in the program. This is worse because you have no one. You have 2 4-stars. This is a 3-star team, a 3.5-star team. Grades are not bad, and you're talking about 6 players. Come on, man. And this is not just RNG. This is every single time with Kansas State, man. This is every single time. And let me show y'all a Houston example as well. So same exact dynasty, just coming over here to the Houston coach. And let's look at him, man. I think it's not going to be as bad. It's going to be bad, though. Let's sort by top 10. And, yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I won't even count this guy down here because he's in his top 8 already, whatever. We have 8 guys Houston can go after. That is absolutely terrible. At least you get some more 4-stars in here, some better players. But this is very bad. Having to convince guys to come to your team is difficult sometimes. This year more than last year. Last year was super easy. You had so many guys under recruited, 4 stars, 5 stars, especially 3 stars. This year you have that, but just not as many players at all. It's tougher. It's a little bit tougher to recruit guys when you don't have any interest. And for these specific programs, please let me know if y'all see any other programs like this. But these 2 specific programs is very, very bad. And let me show y'all another dynasty file. So we come over here to another dynasty file where we got a bunch of coaches. Like I said, I've been testing this with a bunch of coaches. Let's switch to Kansas State because we know they're a little bit of an issue here, man. We're consistently seeing this program not have any players interested whatsoever. And come over here. I see 3 guys initially. Let's sort by the top 10 interested. And this is better. Still not great. Better for sure. Still not great at all, man. I mean, we're talking about 15 guys, if that. I mean, not great. Same as that dynasty file. Let's go over to the Houston coach and look at them. So I think it's obvious a little bit of RNG in it. Having 6 players is ridiculously low. That is horrible, man. But let's look at Houston, see if they're going to have a bad time also. Looks like it's going to be a little bit more players here for Houston this year. Let's see, sort by top 10. And you kind of have more players, okay. But the thing is, it's super RNG. You could get the really, really bad roll where you just have 6 players interested. But even having this many and none within your top 3 is not good. This Houston team is a 3-star team, and how many 3-stars you have interested? What's the number? You have 1 3-star interested, but you can't even talk to him because he's already at his top 8. You have 1 3-star. We're a 3-star program, and we can only talk to 1 3-star. So we're going to have to go after these 4 stars that's already interested. Let's go up to the 4 stars for the top 10 interested, and it's a good amount of these 4 stars. What's the chance that you sign majority of these players? Let's be honest. What's the chance? As a Houston team right here, you might have 10 4-stars that you could talk to, like off the jump, that's interested. I mean, you might be lucky if you get 5 to 6. It's just leading you to a way tougher recruiting class. Like this Houston team, we're in Texas. We should have 30, 40, maybe not that many, but a good amount of 3 stars interested and 2 stars. We have 2 stars that's interested. This is bad. And when it comes to simulation, this absolutely breaks immersion. Like it breaks the immersion in simulation, man. And I'm going to show y'all like what happens when you just sim with auto recruiting. So this is National Signing Day. All I did was just sim a year. And, you'll consistently see some of these teams not signing good recruiting classes. And the teams we just talked about, man, we're going to come all the way down here to the bottom. And this is what auto recruiting on, man. You have Indiana bringing in, the 13th ranked recruiting class. Indiana is another seem to be a problem school. And you can kind of tell who's the problem schools by how many players they sign. Kansas signing 13. That also is like a red flag, might be a problem school. 13 players is so little, and that has to do with like not having enough players interested. And also, you come down here, you get Washington State, who is also another problem school. I looked at them as well. They just have less players interested. You have Houston signing 10 players with just auto recruiting on, as we just simmed the year. And we still have yet to see Kansas State, man. You have Kansas State signing 9 players, the 129th recruiting class. 129th, bro. And that's all with auto recruiting. I know I was the coach, but I put auto recruiting on. And because we don't have that many players interested, this is leading to stuff like this, man. This is bad, man. This is bad. But it seemed like it's only after the patch and it's only for a select few programs. But like I said, it just breaks immersion. Like we talking about a team that was literally entering the year ranked. A team that's never going to sign 129th recruiting class, signing worse classes than Ball State. It makes no sense. And I just want to show y'all, like, I'm gonna start a brand new dynasty, and I'm gonna show y'all like what this really looks like. I'm gonna show y'all, the problem teams, and then I'm gonna sim a year. I'm gonna show y'all once again National Signing Day and how bad these teams just keep consistently sign bad recruiting classes. And it kind of just cooks them, man. So let's look here. Kansas State will go with their current head coach. And, some people saying, oh, it's because of, the head coach don't have recruiter. Or, there's no recruiter. Well, if you make your own head coach, you don't have recruiter anyway. So the fact that we're even going with this coach that's level 53, but let's look at, his recruiting and see where they're at. And, oh, my goodness. Hold up. That looked crazy. Let's come over here to the top 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not counting these players we locked out on. 6, 7, 8. We have 8 players that's interested in us that we could talk to. 8 players for Kansas State. This is bad. This is bad. I don't even want to cut. I want to show y'all the whole entire thing from making it to making the dynasties to also coming over here to Houston and also looking at these boys as well, man. Let's look at Houston, see their situation, signed with their head coach. And we also could take a look at these other problem schools, maybe even Kansas seems to be another problem school. And look at their situation. Looks to be a little bit better than the norm. And I'll come over here and it's a little bit better. Definitely not great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 total players you could talk to. Not counting the guys we're already locked out for. 15 total players, but only 4 of them 3 stars, as we're a 3-star program. It's like, come on, man. What are we doing? What are we really doing? So I came over here with Kansas, same exact dynasty file. And let's look at the top 10 players for Kansas. And it's also not good. You know, this probably the most amount of players is probably around 20-ish. You do have a 5-star, bunch of 4-stars. You have 1 3-star. And then you got a bunch of 2-stars. What prestige are we? As a 3-star prestige, like, it don't make sense, bro. Aren't we supposed to sign 3-star players? And so like they're not gonna have a great chance of getting some of these 4-stars. They're just not. You know, they don't have the proper pipeline boost. You know, even for the in-state guys, you know, it's gonna be a tough recruitment when you don't have the best pipeline boost and you going up against, you know, LSU, you going up against some of these other bigger schools. So it just leads to them, like, in the last one, they only signed, like, what, 13 players? So I came over here to Washington State. We also identified this to be another school that's problematic. You know, they're also a 3-star and, you know, a 3-star school. And once again, when we sort by just the players that's interested, top 10 interest, we're looking at between 10 to 15 guys here we could talk to, man. 10 to 15 guys, you know, 4 of them 3-stars, a couple 2-stars, and, you know, 4 4-stars. It's like, bro, it's leading to them, at least in simulation, signing very bad recruiting classes. If you're the user for these teams we just went over, of course you could, you know, fill up your class, but it's gonna be a lot more challenging when you got to convince these guys to commit to your program. Like, you got to convince them to be interested. Now you're talking to guys that might not even have any pipeline boosts or, you know, stuff like that. So it just makes it a lot more challenging. And like I said, for auto recruiting or, you know, for just the CPU have these teams, they're cooked. So we got auto recruiting on. I just want to sim to the offseason transfer portal, but mostly National Signing Day. I just want to get another example of where these guys, these schools are going to rank when it comes to signing recruiting classes through simulation. I just want to show y'all another example how bad it is. So we hit the transfer portal. It's the first week of the transfer portal. We have 2 commits. You got some teams with 34. Obviously, it's Georgia. We have 2 commits. Okay. Are we the worst, like, out of everyone? Let's come all the way down here. And we have 2 commits. That's ridiculous, bro. Yeah, guess who's another really bad team? Washington State, also with 2 commits. You got Houston up here with 3 commits. How do Mizzou have 3 commits? Kansas also with 3 commits. We know they're, you know, another school that's struggling. Texas A&M 4 commits. All right, this is about to make me mad. Also, I just wanted to look at the transfer portal to see if it's all the same issue with the portal as is with the high school guys. And I think the answer is a clear yes. We have 4 guys in the portal, or really 3 guys we can only talk to because we're already locked out for this guy. He's at his top 8. We have 3 guys we could talk to in the portal. We're at 2 commits. That's really bad. So all of these other guys, we are trying to convince them to come to the program because, you know, we didn't start off in their top interested. So the CPU is trying to convince them to come, and we got these guys down the board when you get a scholarship to them. We're going to just sim to National Signing Day and just see where we end up, man. This is, like I said, this is with auto recruiting on. I have auto recruiting on. I deleted or I retired the other head coaches. So, you know, I didn't have to put auto recruiting on. It's already going to be on for those guys. And let's just sim to National Signing Day and see what happens. So National Signing Day, somehow them boys got some more commits. I don't think we're going to be ranked well. I don't think we're going to be ranked good. See, the thing about Michigan, you know, we talked about them yesterday. They only had the issue with the top 3, like having people be in their top 3. They still had a bunch of players interested in their program. So they still able to sign top classes. But when you get to schools like this, you see Texas A&M backfilling their class with a lot of transfers. They only had like 3 commits, but I'm sure they brought in a bunch of transfers to get their numbers up. And we got to go down. We got to go down to see where Kansas State is going to be ranked, man. So Houston ends up with 12 commits. We're consistently seeing them just not signing big classes. I think last time they signed 10, this time 12. Come on, man. What are we doing? Washington State, another school we identified, 13 players is also very, very bad. Temple with 11, but that might be another issue. Let's see here, man. Kansas State is really the school that like should not be this bad. You got Kansas State here with 8 players, man. 8 players, and how many high schoolers? 8 players is ridiculous. Ohio also with 8 players. That's bad, man. 8 players for Kansas State, 134th ranked class is so terrible. And I think it's because the patch, man. So it looks like we end up with 4 high school guys, 5, 6 high school guys, and the rest transfers. Yeah, 6 high school guys and 2 transfers. Bad. We sim to the following year. I want to see if this happens even in 2026, a year after. Oh my goodness, is it worse? Oh yeah, Kansas State just might be cooked. They might just be cooked. It don't matter what the year is. So, okay, this is better. This is better. Maybe it's not cooked after you sim a year. You still don't have no guys within the top 3. Most of your guys interested here are 4 stars and 5 stars, which is interesting. I just don't get why we don't have any 3 stars we could talk to as a 3-star program. But it do look like when you sim a year, it gets a little bit better. So that's good. That's kind of all I got for y'all boys, man. Like, I don't know what's going on. I really don't, man. I feel like this only started happening after the patch. I had the Kansas State rebuild, literally my first Dynasty, as I was doing a lot of tests with that Dynasty when the year first started. And I didn't notice anything janky about the recruiting, anything at all. We just signed in normal classes. I had all the recruiting on. Unfortunately, I don't have that Dynasty no more. Y'all let me know. But from everything I'm seeing, what y'all saying, it seems like this only happened after the patch. Is what it is, man. Hopefully EA addressed this. And but it's like one of them things where you fix one thing and it breaks another thing, man. Just like a car, man. Just like a lemon car. You take the car to the shop, oh, they fixed the whatever. Next thing you know, that other thing broke. But it is what it is. I'm not a coder, have no idea how this stuff go. But if y'all enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, check out the Twitch. Click the video on the screen now for the Purdue series, but we on to the next one.